Hello and welcome to your Doctor Who Weekly News Roundup, where I round up the Doctor Who news of the week. I'm your host, James the Nerdy Brit Skinner. Let's get cracking. The first piece of news is that we've made a series that's lasted more than 1 week. And, it's Doctor Who season. Doctor Who is literally coming back this week, therefore we have stuff to talk about. Speaking of which, we have The Star Beast, which is premiering, how do you pronounce that? This Saturday, the 25th of November. Yep, after a 13-month hiatus, we're finally getting new, full-length Doctor Who. It's been too long. Russel, never leave us with that long a break again, otherwise I will cry. Power of the Doctor is good, but it's gonna be pretty much 3 years between full seasons, and I just can't go that long again. It's mad. I was at uni, early first year, Flux premiered, and then Series 13 premiered, and then Series 14 is going to premiere at the end of my third year. That's just too long a gap between seasons, and I get it. I think the anniversary complicated things, and the change of showrunner kind of complicated things, but we're getting back on track, and that is absolutely fantastic. I'm just so excited for Saturday. It's gonna be fantastic. Speaking of The Star Beast, it premiered and lots of reviews have come out, so let's talk about that. Because I think we knew this before from Russell T Davies' quotes, but this one is being described as much more the family-friendly adventure. So I think this one is not going to blow away people's socks. I don't think people are going to come away from this episode and go, wow, this is the best thing since sliced bread. But I think it's just going to be a return to proper, fun, family-friendly Doctor Who. And then we get into some later episodes that, a bit cooler, a bit darker, a bit weirder. And those are the ones I feel could really blow people away. Also, someone on Twitter basically confirmed that the episode doesn't have any, big major cameos. I think we all expect that if and when these big cameos happen, they're gonna be in the third special, or maybe the second one, seeing as that was the one that had the redacted names on it. But I think we all kind of knew that the Star Beast wasn't gonna suddenly have these big cameos. They were just gonna be fun, family-friendly specials, setting up David and Donna again. And I think that's what I'm perfectly happy with. Because yes, if we got to the end of the third special and there hadn't really been a couple of cool teasers and cameos, it would be mildly disappointing. The first one, I'm happy to let it get away with it. Let's just have some fun. The other big thing this week was the Children in Need special. And my God, at this point, I shouldn't be surprised. Some people are gonna have some massive problem with the Star Beast, likely. But yeah, it all went wrong again, didn't it? Because from my reactions on Twitter, which you should go follow, by the way, you knew that I watched the Children Need special, and thought it was really, really fantastic. And I think most people came away with that. Some people just thought it was nice and fun. Some people, like me, were just blown away and thought it was, 5 minutes of just pure entertainment, which that works for me. I love it. And I have to admit, while I was watching it, I was watching that and thinking, we maybe not of 100% thinking it through, but I thought, oh yeah, that's Davros before, he started to, things started to go wrong, and therefore, we get to the appearance we see in Genesis of the Daleks. However, having then seen Russell T Davies' quote, yeah, it's not going to be that. By the way, Doctor Who Unleashed, there was a little 10-minute tease of it, basically, for the Children Need special. Looks fantastic. I'm going to back it. But we get to the big controversial news story, is that, nope, if Davros appears again, that's how he should appear. Now, I'm going to try and tread carefully about this, because this is another one of those Phasmin, Timeless Child-style debates, where I'm going to give my thoughts on it, quite frankly, once in this video, and then leave it alone. Because it's boring to just completely go over, like no one wants a video going, oh, the Timeless Child is bad, and here's why. We just kind of know. People don't like the Timeless Child, people do. Move on. My initial thoughts were, and listen to the whole of this, please don't just take little bits of this out of context. When I initially saw the Russell T Davies quotes, I had a negative reaction just because I feel like that look is so part of Davros, like that's such an iconic look, and I think my initial reaction was also, there are bad examples of RTD, in his own writing, not even just Doctor Who, but in RTD himself, negatively using disability. I think John Lumick and the guy called Max in Voyage of the Damned. Voyage of the Damned is fantastic, but yeah, the people being villainised and they have disabilities, yeah. I think Davros was actually probably a better example of that. Like, his disability wasn't all of his character, apart from the weird... People have since pointed out that Series 9, the opening two-parter, was a pretty good example of why... Yeah, they kind of fucked about with disability a bit too much, for I think my liking as well. But I think it's also, for me, been about reflection and going... People who actually are affected by this, so like disabled voices, are much more important than my own on this. It felt similar to me like the Phasmin situation, where it's like, I don't personally agree with this storyline, but there are so many people that have such a deep love and affection for it that it's not really mine to take away. And this is kind of a similar situation where there are some people who are incredibly offended by the way Davros and other disabled characters have been depicted within Who. And therefore, if that's their opinion on an issue about disability, their opinion matters so much more than mine, and therefore, if that's how Davros is to appear again in the future, I will support it. Because, again, like I've said, the voices of disabled people in that issue are much more important than mine. So yeah, I'm happy for you guys to leave your opinions in the comments below, but let's keep things civil. The other bit of Doctor Who news that I found a bit sad this week was that Tom Baker very recently basically came out and said, not that he doesn't want anything to do with Doctor Who, but like he has no interest in coming back for like a Multi Doctor special in general, or just like doesn't like. For example, you've kind of got the classic group of, like, Peter Davidson, Paul McGann, Sylvester McCoy, Colin Baker, that group of doctors that just, like, seem very positive about the show, always willing to come back, like, do little bits together, just never really have anything negative to say about the show. And Tom Baker has never been a part of that group, really. And he basically came out and said that, yeah, like he just has no interest in even just, like, being in a room with them. You know, it was his big reason to, you know, him not doing the 5 Doctors, was that he didn't want to be 20% of the character. He either wanted to be all of the character or none of the character, which is a bit egotistical, but fair enough. And also, I do want to point out, the bloke is 90 and also an iconic part of the show. Like, I don't want his comments now to ruin a part of the show that I love. Like, I fucking love the I fucking love the Tom Baker era. I'm gonna try and edit around that, but I'm not going to. I make mistakes, people. So yes, would I love him to have less contempt for the show and the other actors of the show? Yes, I probably would. But I felt like it was worth mentioning, but also, don't send the bloke hate over this kind of thing, because the bloke's 90. Like he's done a great service to Doctor Who. If he doesn't really want to be associated with the show anymore, fair enough. Let the bloke live out the rest of his life in peace, quite frankly. Yeah, that's it for news this week, apart from the fact that I'm writing my dissertation at the moment on Doctor Who. Yeah, so if someone wants to write my dissertation for me, let me know in the comments. By the way, for exam board purposes, that's satire. If someone's going to watch this video and go, oh god, he's stolen the dissertation. I haven't, I promise. If you want this series to keep on going, please, like, if we could, like, push this around a little bit, like, you know, if you guys could, like, share this around a little bit, that would be nice, because I am perfectly happy to fill the role of the Doctor Who newscaster in my own little style. So if you guys want to share this around, drop a like, comment, subscribe, just support this series. That would genuinely mean the world, because if you guys keep supporting it, I will keep making it, and vice versa. If people don't support it, even if a certain amount enjoy it, like, if people don't support it, it's not going to be made on this channel, and other things will be focused on instead. And also, that's the case. If you guys are like, because obviously this will be one of the videos of the week. If you guys are like, no, we prefer your regular style videos, let me know. I'm waffling, I know. Please like, please subscribe. Videos there. Yeah. See, this is now the awkward bit where I kind of have to, like, hold my finger there for, like, 20 seconds. Just you know, so it gives people time to click on it, really. Well, this is awkward. Can I stop now? In my head, I think I can.